Hello, everybody. My name is Mukbil Ahmer, and you are watching Bollywood Cineplex. And this is one channel which is your one stop shop for all your entertainment needs. And we try to bring you the best of insights from the industry. And to do that today, we have with us a veteran from the industry, from the film industry. His name is Utpal Acharya. He has been the head of distribution and acquisition at Reliance Entertainment, and he currently heads Indian Film Studios, and he is one of the most well-known persons in the film industry. So welcome, Utpal. How are you doing?
Thank you, Mukbil. You have been kind. Nice introduction. And yes, this is a difficult time. We are all working from home. And yes, for the film industry, it has been, what you can say, overall for theatrical business, it's not a great time. But as an industry, so somebody's losing, somebody's gaining. So I believe OTT and digital, they are rolling and they are really doing good. And as a result, they are also being, what do you call, banking on the opportunity, and many content creators who could not wait for theatrical lockdown to get over because everything is shut down due to government directive and as per, of course, the social distancing norms as well. So yes, as I said, overall industry is, you can say, the balance situation. Some part of the industry is actually losing, big time they are losing, but other part, like I think digital platforms, they are really making and minting money.
Right. So, do you think that the losses which have been incurred by traditional media are they being getting balanced out by the new and digital media? इससे उसका भर रहा है क्या वो losses? Are they getting finished?
So you cannot say yes. So there's no straight answer yes, because what happens? Theatrical, still you have no restriction that probably what content will be released or not released. Any movie which is produced and got a censor certificate, everything gets released theatrically, right? There's no restriction. Cinema does not choose not to release. So whatever content is made and censored, there's a valid censor certificate, everything gets released on screen. Whereas in digital platform, they'll pick and choose. They will pick only those content which works for their target audience and they think it's worth. Yes, some contents, some bigger content, some known content, some greater content will get sold. But again, of course, the industry does not run only with top 20% talent. Yes, the top 20% talent may be giving 80% revenue, but the bottom 20%, lowest common denominator, so new filmmakers, new actors, new directors, new writers, that's how they get break. So only the established guys, established content, they're getting more and more visibility, and they're getting picked by some of the other platforms. But what about the rest of the content? Still, 80% of the content will never go to digital screen. So out of top 20% content, some content will get consumed on OTT. Every content cannot get consumed. Even if there's an opportunity, the risk and the kind of money they have to pay, that's really huge. Suppose today, hypothetically, God forbid, government decides that probably, okay, next 1 year, the theatre chain will not open. So do you think that all the content will get consumed on digital? Answer is no. And even if they get consumed, they will not get the kind of price they're getting right now. Whatever they're demanding right now or whatever they're getting, the same price they'll not get it, because once the platform knows that for next 1 year, the command is in their hand, they'll start squeezing in the pricing as well.
Right. Do you think, would you want to ballpoint a figure as to the amount of losses that have been made by the film industry or the larger media and entertainment industry?
So some of the data, I'll tell you the existing data. So last year for the same period, for the first quarter, from April till June 2019, so industry had done box office around 800 to 850 crores in Indian rupee, close to almost $1.2 billion is what they had done last year. Same corresponding period this time, because Eid was also coming in the same period this year compared to last year. So we had estimated, rather, if till 31st April, May, June, this first quarter, we have already lost almost 1200 crores to 1500 crores in Indian rupee. And I'm talking about only Bollywood Hindi. If you take the entire, all 4 languages of South as well, the Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam and Kannada, the total loss of the industry is around 2.5 billion, which is close to almost 1.5 to 1.75 billion dollar. In fact, globally, the loss estimated for this first 3 months is around $5 to $7 billion. I'm talking about that includes Hollywood content as well. For Indian content, around 2,500 crores. We have already lost as of, you can say, June 30th. And why I'm saying June 30th sitting on middle of May, because we are not seeing any visibility till the end of June to any cinema to get open in this country. Even if they get open, so states are controlling the lockdown in a phased manner. So entire nation will not open together. So, and multiplex business or single screen business or any kind of a physical cinema format were the first one to get shut. I think 17th of March it got shut, and they'll be the last one to open.
So, Utpal, now I will come to a little personal side of the situation that we are facing. Personally, how much of an impact has this had on your ventures?
So the new content, at least 3 to 4 new content, out of that 2 were big contents. I would not like to name the star cast and director. Those were supposed to roll from April, May, and the stakes were high. So those movies have gone, we do not know when we are going to take it on the floor. At least 2 big movies, which were supposed to take on floor with the 2 big actors and directors. Everything was done, and April, one was going on floor in April, other was going on floor in June. Both will be postponed at least for 1 year, and we do not know whether it's happening after 1 year or not. And the similar the situation, whole of industry put together as we speak between April to June, because many movies are getting shot outside also. So at least 15-20 large content, another 35 to 50-40 mid-side content. So overall, in totality, for this period, at least close to 100 contents are getting postponed or shelved. So that's a big impact. Like suppose even if the industry opens up either May or June or July, the industry will be lagging almost. There'll be a lag period of more than a year. So I think whatever content is produced, which is ready either editing or post-production, that will anyway get consumed in the next 6 months to 8 months or 1 year, because they will not be able to wait for that long. But what after that? Immediately after that, there will be lag for another 6 months, because nothing will be available in the market to be consumed either by a digital platform or the cinema or any other platform. So that's a big challenge. So what we have lost is already lost, and there's a future opportunity lost as well.
I can truly understand. I really hope that these situations get better with passing the time, but it's really unprecedented and totally unpredictable. And what I also observed is that there are primarily 2 schools of thought. There is a school of thought which thinks that once the lockdown restrictions are removed, things would go back to normal. There is another group which thinks that no, there is a huge, dramatic, paradigmatic change which has been brought in about by this current crisis. What is your take on this? Is this change permanent, or how do you see the entire landscape?
So as you said, not only cinema industry, whole world, whole universe or any other business will be behaving differently. World will not be the same again. So for first 6 to 8 weeks, I can say it can go up to 10 to 12 weeks also. That means almost 2 to 3 months. It will take time for content to come in cinema. First, like I think as of now, there is no visibility of any of the Indian content when they are going to start first. Of course, many contents are ready, but that moment, suppose government decides, okay, the cinema will be open from 30th of May. Can we release any of the new movie? No, because for a larger movie to promote, it requires 6 to 8 weeks. So even if say today, as we speak after this discussion, government permits some cinema to open or some states to open, it takes 6 to 8 weeks. Or if it is only few states, none of the national movie or big movie will be released, because I think at least the 4 metros, the 4 large metros, if it's a Bollywood content, Mumbai and Delhi, both market has to open to make some noise to the content. So entire country has to open together, and the moment entire country opens, from 6 to 8 weeks it will take to first content to come. So till that time, you have to run the old movie, like say Angrezi Medium or say Baghi 3. These movies were just released and the cinema had to shut down. So people had to manage with all this content. So first, due to content restrictions, there will be lesser number of people. Then due to social distancing norm, because again, as I said, the world will not be the same. So with what we assume and what we estimate right now, as per our discussion with government authorities and all, or probably the trend we are seeing globally, how people are allowing, like I think Texas was the one which opened last year in America and had a great response in cinema. But when I say great response, it was only 10% occupancy, not that people came and they were just breaking the chairs. No, because also the world will be different. Then you cannot sell more than 30% seats of your cinema. So to achieve the same number or achieve the same capacity, either one has to allocate 300 times more seats, or you have to allow 3 times more the run. So 3 times more the run is not possible, because I think if you had already planned 1 movie per week, now there will be 3 movies per week. So there will be a notional loss in terms of number of seats, capacity, and in terms of audience behavior. First 6 to 8 weeks, they will be waiting and watching what is happening. Are the case rising? So, and gradually they will start coming. So the day cinema opens, it will take 3 to 4 months to normalize, to achieve at least 50% to 70% occupancy of previous year or previous month of the same time. It will not be 100% at least for next 6 months.
True.
That I can tell you very honestly. One, due to seating capacity. Second, people's fear and wait and watch policy. And third, whatever you do, there's a kind of a sentiment. They want to wait and watch in terms of data, what is happening, what was the impact, how many people got affected. And whatever you do for next 6 months, only 30% seats are available. So earlier, probably for a big blockbuster over the weekends or a festival like Eid, at least on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it will be on 100% houseful capacity. But now, today, even if in 100-seater Audi, the moment you sell 30 seats, it's houseful.
True. So you have raised a very valid point. So at this point of time, I would like to ask you, Utpal, keeping these circumstances in mind, do you think people would ever be comfortable again to go back to a theatre or a cinema hall, and especially keeping in mind that theatre going or film watching in a big hall, this is considered as a group activity for many people. Families go out. लोग फैमिलियों में जाते हैं, ग्रुप्स में जाते हैं, फ्रेंड्स के ग्रुप्स में जाते हैं. तो जब वहाँ पे ये सिचुएशन आएगी कि you can't sit by the side of the other person and there will be 2 seats between the two of you, do you think that theatres will continue to attract people in that sense that it used to?
So I will answer in 2 parts of it. Of course, human being by birth is a materialistic animal. And before that, let's come back to India's socio-economic political circumstance and background. In a situation where almost more than 12 crore people have lost their jobs, that means probably almost every family or alternate family, at least one person has lost their job due to this pandemic. So the priority for next 6 months to 1 year will be to survive, to have 2-course meal or 3-course meal to survive. Every possible saving, every possible penny will be saved. So are we saying that Paul is going to be a difficult situation? Entertainment is the last priority. And when you're seeing this kind of a situation, as I said, the socio-economic big deprivation in this time, when I'm saying either one person from the family or every alternate family, one person has either got a salary cut or job loss. So that will affect. So despite me wanting to go to the cinema, it will not be the same. I may have an aspiration value. Maybe probably I'll go and consume free content which is available on television or web or something. Going cinema is a group activity. So of course, it also costs more. Having said so, 3 things. People say that on this earth, one is entertainment, liquor, and internet. That gets consumed when the economy either is in depression or in full swing. So yes, content will get consumed, but it will not be the same, at least I see, for next 2 years. Even if people wanting to go out and watching movie will not be the same. Yes, at the same time, there will be a kind of a particular kind of a society, kind of a percentage of people who has got money and who has got affected, but not that badly affected. They'll go and watch cinema. So theoretically, yes, but practically, no.
Yeah, so I'm saying with everything locked down, what is keeping you busy these days?
Yeah. So we are planning to create content, and when, as I said, that the moment this lockdown gets over, what to produce and what we consume. So we are in touch with more and more platforms, which we OTT platform or even the various Hollywood studios and local studios, and contents are being pitched. These days, narrations are happening online, either through one of those, any of the internet technology. So narrations are on because, of course, the moment this lockdown gets over, people has to plan content. And trust me, people are actually organizing it well, and people are getting ready to themselves. Only the physical reality is that the moment government allows to shoot, there will be huge, there'll be a big churn out of new movie production. So there could be another situation where so many contents may go together on floor, so there'll be lack of technicians, equipment, other stuff also, because everybody would like to go on floor almost at the same time, because almost everybody who are into this business, they're ready with their script, final approval, fund in place, and they will go on floor.
Wonderful.
Almost simultaneously.
Wonderful, Utpal. This is good news, because I also have a few scripts in my kitty. So I look forward to good times.
Yes, of course.
True. So how do you see the road ahead, Utpal? How do you see in, say, the next couple of years? How do you think things are going to pan out?
So I think this is given a clear roadmap that more and more content consumption pattern has increased. So appetite has increased. So if the appetite has increased, so you have to keep them satiated. For that, you have to produce more and more content. If till yesterday I was having 2 breads or probably 200 grams of rice, if my appetite has gone up, so probably the production, I'll be consuming more. So production has to be done more. So now there'll be clear-cut contents which will go straight away to digital. Some content will be going to digital via theatrical, after theatrical, and there's a new world. I think on 17th of March, after the pandemic happened, Universal Studio in the US, they announced that henceforth for the first couple of movies, they'll be releasing simultaneously on theatrical as well as on digital. Although there's a big protest going on, the largest cinema chain has said, no, we will not allow, cannot happen. But that's a new world sometime or other. I think we are just right now pushing the window forward. But trust me, 6 months to 1 year, that window is also coming up, where the audience will be able to choose a democratic process that whether I'm watching the content on my mobile or I want to go and watch on theater. You cannot push them, protest them. As of now, worldwide, the average contribution to the kitty from theatrical is 58 to 60%. I'm talking about whole world, including Bollywood, Hollywood. Bollywood goes very high, 75 to 80%, but global average is around 58 to 60%. So they cannot ignore. But the content will become medium agnostic in future, where suppose Star Wars or Avatar, if you're watching on mobile, I'm sure you know that probably you cannot enjoy it. If you want to have Atmos sound, that kind of impact. So you can choose about a 3D or 4D movie. You'd like to go to watch that content in cinema. So special formats will come. So that for a maker, so IMAX, 3D, 4D, or any other future technology. So that if you want to experience, you have to go to cinema. Yes, the same content available in 2D on mobile device as well.
Correct. So Utpal, what I was saying that I remember having this conversation with you some time back where you spoke about this new concept which was coming about multiplexes or small cinema halls in very small tier 2, tier 3. I forget the name of that project, but I remember speaking to you about it. So what is happening on that front? Is it shelved now or is it alive and kicking? What is it?
So Miniplex project, we call it. So as per the population, China has the largest number of screens. They have almost 65,000 screens, and China and India has a similar population, almost similar. I think couple of 20 crores maybe here and there. So 60,000, 65,000 screens in China versus India has only 10,000 active screens. So, and they have only one language. That is only one main Mandarin or mainland Chinese language. Whereas we have got multiple languages, and out of that 20 active languages we produce our content in. So we have a more appetite. Maybe our ATP is low, but even today, the number of people who goes to cinema is highest in India, despite we are having only 10,000 screens. Second number of screens in the world is America, around 35,000, and their population is 1/3 of ours. So the future economy in terms of movie going audience and highest population wise will be China, India, and Indonesia, then America. And then we cannot ignore these markets. So today's two things. One, that cinemas basically being multiplexes are only in the major city. Smaller town, there is no cinema option. Forget about single screen. Due to multiplexes, the piracy has captured that market. To catch hold of that market where the piracy, people go and probably pay 20 rupees to get content downloaded on your mobile, or to buy a pirated VCD, DVD, but market also has died because now people get downloaded the content on their mobile itself. So paying 20 rupees. So in fact, I remember I had discussed about 19 rupees cinema. So that what was the logic in that? Because it was costing around 20 rupees to get a content downloaded on a mobile. So 19 rupees, just 1 rupees lesser than that. You go inside the cinema and watch the movie in a luxury of watching content the way you were watching it, with a popcorn and coke as well. So yes, that concept is already on. 2 cinemas were already up before the pandemic. The cinema was already running, but due to this lockdown, everything shut. But yeah, that project is already there. And not only this concept, many other people are also doing it. In fact, I'll share after this one video where people are doing mobile cinema. When I'm saying mobile cinema, so whole cinema is inside the truck. So they go to villages and they set up everything in next 2-3 hours. And it has got air conditioning and proper normal screen, and you can watch the movie at again $20-30 or maximum $50. So that's called mobile cinema. And that's also cost effective. And this whenever they want, suppose after 2 days, 3 days, they think that this village has already consumed the content, no need to stay there, they can go to another village.
Wonderful. So Utpal, this is very interesting. You have really struck a very optimistic note. And so I really wanted to compare with the situation which is prevailing. We see that there is an exodus. A lot of people especially from the lower classes, are fleeing cities because economic activity has come to a standstill. They don't have jobs, food, money, anything. But the picture that you are painting, I'm sure a lot of people must be, after seeing this interview, they will be trying to come to Bombay, especially aspiring actors, writers, producers.
Yeah, so I think right now Bollywood and hub of Bollywood is Mumbai, but I also see that getting decentralized very soon. Honestly, trust me, I think it may remain hub always. Like I think in India's financial hub is all the bank headquarters are in Mumbai. It does not mean the rest of the world, rest of the country, there are no bank branches or larger branches where people are not doing business. But now, again, as you rightly said, futuristic approach, content creation also will get decentralized. And it could be consumed from anywhere, it could be sold from anywhere, because the world is getting democratized more and more due to invent of technology. And when you said that exodus of a particular class of society has gone down to smaller town, so the smaller town cinema may boom, provided the people who have actually created, they first get to survive the economic circumstances.
True. So Utpal, it has been a real pleasure talking to you, very insightful. And I have also heard that you are stuck in one of the Gulf countries. So when are we looking forward to having you here?
Thanks a lot. Thank you. I'm in Dubai right now.
When are you getting back?
Very soon, because I'm also exploring some opportunities here and in multiplex space. Because if you are there, so to close this statement, I would also say that my idea is to accept this challenging time, and convert this challenging time into opportunity. So I'm exploring certain investment opportunity from here, which I can bring back to India for better content production, setting up multiplexes and new businesses into entertainment business.
Wonderful, Utpal. I think it has been a real pleasure talking to you. And I think this is the trait of mankind, that in adversity, they always try to look for opportunities, and the people who progress are the ones who always see opportunities in adversity. It has been a real pleasure talking to you, Utpal, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Mughbil. It has been a pleasure.